Well, here we are again at WATE Channel 6 ABC Knoxville News. Well, hello, young lady. Yeah. What are you doing here?
I'm standing under this tree in Knoxville.
It is so pretty here.
This looks like a peach tree, but
we're here again, Amanda.
I know we're here
Look
again.
Look at this place. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
What are you doing here?
Well, I can't get over this grass. This is one of the things I absolutely. Can they hear me? Let me turn it around on you. Look over here.
It's like carpet.
Look at this.
Oh, with padding.
Randy, look.
That's what I'm going to have for lunch.
Put that in your salad.
Toadstools.
Okay, I want to get over here in the shade. I want to make sure that I don't get
in the shade so you don't get burnt.
Yeah.
Because you're light skinned.
I'm light skinned. I've got freckles.
We're here again.
Turn around this way.
All right.
Show where we're
That
at.
beautiful building, built 1890.
Yeah.
Amanda, it occurred to me 3.5 seconds ago that in 1986, I come down that Broadway street right there. I had one more year left in college, and I came here and I fell in love with Knoxville, Tennessee.
Really?
And I remember looking at that building.
No, you don't.
Yep. And I remember I loved this part of town. It was an older part of town. And if you go a little bit further, they've got, even in the back of the studio, they've got these older homes that are built like turn of the century, 20s, 1915 and 20s and 30s. And a lot of them, after I got here and I moved here and I settled and I taught school here in Knoxville, Tennessee. And then I got, a contractor's license. And I found that a lot of these homes were from Sears and Roebuck.
Really?
Yeah. They used to order a house, and then you could have it built. Apparently, Sears and Roebuck would you just put it together. So now we're here at this studio. Who would ever think?
We'd have never thought
that 40 years later, we would be in the studio and Knoxville would want to know, what the heck are we doing?
Exactly.
Is that cool? You never know what life can bring you.
I want to show the front of the building.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'll be okay right now.
Well, it stuck out. I remember going down Broadway right there, and I'm like, who lives there? And I don't even know if this was WATE then, 40 years ago. I can't remember if this was their studio.
Well, now when I was a little girl, I don't know. Well, like you said, I don't know if this was the studio, but of course I watched Channel 6 News when I was a little girl. So, and I'm 54 now. So. Well,
the history behind it is in the 60s, I think all of this rock was mined locally, and the guy that owned this was a Union soldier, commander, something, and I think he was a judge and all that stuff. So anyway, this comes really cool history. But what I love, when Man and I go inside, you wouldn't believe the ornate woodworking inside there. And it's like, okay, 1890, 1880. Would they use a pocket knife to carve all the little rosettes and stuff in the fireplace mantle?
It's
crazy.
Gorgeous.
But here we are.
Well, and two, I don't know if you can see through the windows right there, but those are wood shutters.
Those are original shutters.
The original shutters from the inside.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, now it's time for me to get back in the shade.
All right. So what are we doing here?
So why are we here?
Well, we have partnered with Nexstar, 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 for marketing. Mm-hmm. And we are campaigning in Little Rock, Arkansas, Charlotte, North Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina, Knoxville, and Myrtle Beach. Mm-hmm. So those are the 5 markets we're kind of seeing. We're wanting to get our word out. So we're trying to do more marketing than our YouTube. And I wish we could add, something that would be more viral and it'd go. And it's so hard, we're in tiny homes and we're not blowing up trucks or talking about, working out, which people get millions and millions of views. But, we change lives in people's homes. And unless you're needing a home and you're in that position, you're really not going to probably look us up so much. So we want to try to get the word out by using their broadcasting, their marketing, their TV time. And so we came here today because they aired it's called Good Morning East Tennessee?
I think it's Living East Tennessee.
Living East Tennessee.
I think it was with Amber Lynn.
Yeah, so it airs every morning at 10 a.m. We don't know what day it'll be aired, but we did a short little interview here, and that's part of our marketing, is to let the world know who we are. And so we hope to move from that market into other markets across the United States, and try to let everybody know that, you know, we're building homes that are affordable, and we got price range from, you know, 15,000 to 170,000, you know. And it was just nice. It's more, you know what, they have been more than just a marketing company to market with.
Right.
Man, everybody here is just like,
They're so nice.
that's what you get in Knoxville.
Yeah.
That's what I've always
That's
gotten.
what you get in East Tennessee.
I come here, I have had nothing but a beautiful life in East Tennessee. The people, you know, it's just, you know, overall, and I mean, I haven't had really any bad experiences with anybody, and it's been a pleasure. It feels so much like home. I remember my boy went to California, and he said, "Dad, this is not East Tennessee."
It's different.
You know, and he was young, and it was, so it come out of the truth. He said, "I miss people that are friendly and they talk to me." He said, they, you know, it's just different. And it is different here. So.
It is. Well, something, I'm going to say something
Yeah.
real quick about that.
Yeah.
Hold this.
Let me give you the microphone.
Yeah. So, just to touch on, and we won't be very long with it, but to touch on that is when the people, to really talk about our communities, okay? So, because some people might look at this and say, tiny home, oh my God, I could never live in a tiny home. Who's buying these things and all that stuff? In our world, in our little group, our 217,000 subscribers plus that we're getting, and we're getting more and more, and we're getting more out there, and we've been doing this for 11 years. What we hear, the feedback that we get, people need this housing. And the ones who are mainly, not just these, but mainly it is single women who are 45 and up. And they are either divorced, widowed, either they're single. They do have a little dog. Some of them have a couple of cats and things like that. But these people are desperately needing this housing. Some people are in better financial shape than others, but some of them, it's saved their life. I would say the majority, if I had to go out on a limb and say the majority, it saved their life. It saved their financial life. It saved their life mentally. We have got people, these communities that are coming together. I don't know if you guys remember. I mean, like I said, you know, Randy's 65. I'm about to be 55. And back when we were younger, you know, we didn't have social media. You did not have a phone that you carried around and stuff like that. You actually talked to people. You sat down with people. When I was a teenage girl, I walked from where I live now. I still live in the same place. I walked across the railroad track over to Miss Moore's house. I went in. Miss Moore was 60-something at that time, 65 years old or whatever. We talked. We gossiped. We laughed. We cut up. That was a 14-year-old girl with a 65-year-old woman. You know, there's been a disconnect ever since that technology has come on. Has it been a good thing? Of course it has. But we're talking, there's been a disconnect between the younger people and the older people, because, you know, that's how I learned to talk to people whenever I was growing up. You sat and listened, and you went to the funeral home with your mama and your mom and everybody like that. That's how there was the connection between that. I feel like our communities and other communities, if they're coming up like this is bringing this back, bringing this connection back, that everybody is, just in our world, we can tell they're starving for it. They're starving to talk to somebody. They are starving. I don't care how recluse you are or how recluse that you think that you are. You're really not. We're meant to have connection. We are meant to say good morning to our neighbor. We're meant to go out and walk our dog and see somebody or see them drive by, and you throw up your hand. That is your reaction, is to throw up your hand. And you know, it's been tamped down over the years because people really are uncomfortable. They don't know what to do. I'm seeing it. Randy sees it. We get the feedback from everybody of the people going hiking together, and they're doing things together. They're going to doctor's appointments together. There is people who have made friends and their friends have passed away within the community, and they have to go and help their family and help them clean up their house or clean up their yards. And there's just all kinds of community stuff going on. So to us, we thought in the beginning this was a trend. It's absolutely not a trend. We're trying our best to get out there to show everybody to not only financially will you benefit from a tiny home and in our communities and stuff, but you're going to have financial freedom. from having to be this big house that a lot of people of our demographics cannot care for, cannot afford to care for and stuff. You're going into a tiny home that you can maintain. You won't be overwhelmed, and you are going to have friends and like-minded people that have the same common goal, and you're going to get to talk with people even with different point of views and stuff like that. It's been really nice. Our experience has been overwhelmingly wonderful, and that's why we're excited to team up with them. It's very costly to go outside of our YouTube to do this. Our YouTube has carried us this far, but we want to share this with everybody, and we're looking for more property in other places and to do more communities in other areas. We want to share what we started in Newport. We want to share it with the whole country. So that's just something I wanted to say, and that we're trying to bring this connection back, and we are going to do it with tiny homes, and we are going to do it with our communities, and we're going to bring people back and have in their minds again of the American dream of owning your own home.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share that with everybody.
That was well said.
Thank you.
Well, it's a need.
It is a need.
I mean, we walk in there and people ask us, "Oh my God, I need a house. I need this for my daughter or somebody." There's not anybody I don't talk to that said,
Yeah.
"Man, you know what? And everybody, majority people never have enough money.
No.
And they're struggling.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fight. What we do is not easy because not every municipality and stuff is being outlawed on tiny homes. People don't want tiny homes. They think it's going to be a detriment to the community. The resale value is going to go down to the homes that next to it, or they don't think it's going to look pretty. And so that's what we're trying to do, is change that mindset and working with states and municipalities and all the regulations that we can and bring it in. And if we have to change the floor plans or the square footages, we're going to do whatever it is. So it's not just tiny home on wheels. We'll put them on foundations, and we'll transport them. We'll be modular certified.
And we are working with
We're
banks.
doing all that.
We are going to try and get financing and
Yeah.
make it to be a normal mainstream thing
Yes.
for everybody to get a tiny home.
So hang in there, watch
And
us,
we
subscribe.
even have, real quick, if you'll just talk quickly
What?
about the one that we have that's not a tiny home.
Ace.
Oh, love it. I
Well,
love it.
We did a video, you guys probably seen it. We did a
Tuesday.
video 5 or 6 weeks ago, and I said yesterday to Amanda, was it yesterday we did that video? Day before.
Day 4.
And I said, come on, let's go back out to the Ace. We got to let
Yep.
everybody kind of see it, because we've been into Birmingham. We got so many models we choose from,
Yep.
to buy. I said, let's go back in the Ace. She walked in and she goes,
I've
want
talked
one.
about it for the last 2 days.
yeah, when you walk in, it doesn't feel like a tiny home. So it's
No.
560 square feet. And I know you're sitting in a house right now with 1,500 to 2,000 or 3,500 or whatever. And you're saying, well, my closet's bigger than that. It might be. But until you walk in the Ace and you see it has a full bedroom, bathroom, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a full kitchen, it's stunning to think, and it's only $75K.
Yeah.
Where do you go in the United States and buy anything for $75,000?
And
We'll help you with the delivery.
And I want you to tell the promotion we have until midnight, July 3rd.
Yep.
What is the promotion we have gone right now?
Anywhere in the country, we will deliver that house. Anywhere in the country, deliver it, set it up on your utilities. Your utilities there, we'll block it up, set it up, deliver it all the way to the West Coast.
And the U.S. continental United States, so that would be the 48.
US
because
continental.
we can't do Hawaii and Alaska.
Can't do it, but
No.
we can if you want to pay a little
You wanna
extra for
pay
that.
For it, yeah.
But yeah, so for under $100,000,
Yes.
$99.9, we'll bring that thing anywhere you want. You don't worry about it. And if you need help, hey, I don't have power, water, sewer, and you need help figuring it out, we'll figure it out for you. We'll call local people. We'll try to get permits for you. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
But right now, delivery
and setup, $99.
is free, $99.9.
Yep,
All
you
right.
got it. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching, supporting us.
Yes.
Subscribe to this channel. We got so many cool things coming up next week, the following week. A lot of things happening with Spencer. We have got, right now, we're putting the 4 lots in today. I got videos going on with that. We got a lot of
We're
pictures.
going to be bringing a house here.
We're going to bring a house here in the back. It's going to be on display, and that is going to be of our Homes for Heroes.
Yep.
We're going to be giving that house away to some veteran.
Yep.
Yeah, military veteran.
We're so excited, and I'm gonna video all of it so you won't miss anything.
Yeah.
But stay tuned, get subscribed so you'll be alerted and you will know what's going on next.
You got it. All right. Thank you, guys. We're on location.
All right, bye.